Hey, it's JK here and welcome back to FUNNELIZE. Now inside this video, I'm going to be walking you through one of the technical steps, and that is creating and installing my Facebook pixel everywhere that I care about it. Now this step might be a little bit different for you in case you're not using ClickFunnels or WordPress. If you're using like InstaBuilder or a different page builder, the process is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, I'm not going to be walking you through every single piece of software that you might use to build a page, but you're still going to get the correct idea. So I'm going to walk you through how to create the Facebook pixel and how to install it and test it to make sure that it is working correctly. If you've already done that before, feel free to go ahead and skip over this video. It is worth pointing out though that if you have not created a Facebook ads account, you definitely need to do that before you continue with this training. Don't worry, just creating an account is completely free. You're not going to be charged anything, and you can definitely go ahead and use the pixel without intending to spend any money on paid ads, because Facebook will actually save your custom audience data for up to, I believe, 6 months. So you can still go ahead and keep building up your audiences, and then when you feel like you're ready, you can go ahead and run ads to those custom audiences, even if you don't plan on doing it this week, tomorrow, or anytime even in the next month or so. That being said, let's go ahead and jump over inside my Ads Manager account, and I'll show you how to put together a Facebook pixel, install it, and make sure that it is tested and working correctly. All right, so here we are inside of my Ads Manager account. I'm specifically using the test account that I referenced earlier, and that's going to be great because I'm actually going to show you how to create your Facebook pixel from scratch. So what we're going to do is go to the top menu here, and we're going to go to Pixels. Now, if you don't see Pixels here, go under the All Tools section, go to Measure and Reporting, and under Events Manager, you'll see Pixels. So let's go in here, and because this is the test account, I've never created a Facebook pixel. So let me show you just how easy this is. We're going to go to Create a Pixel here, and we need to give it a name. You can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it as the default name here. And then you need to enter in your website URL. So if you use a blog or any type of default website, you can go ahead and enter it here. It really doesn't matter what you type in here because you're able to use this pixel across multiple websites. I'm just going to go ahead here and just type in my own blog name. I don't know if that will work because I already have a pixel attached to that domain, but it did work. Perfect. Okay, so my pixel is now created, and in order to make it work, we need to install some code. So if you are creating your own pixel here, it's going to give you a couple of options here. Choose Setup Manually, and then you're going to get to this screen right here. Now, if you have already created your pixel, but you've never really installed it anywhere, you're probably on a page that looks like this when you went to the pixels option up here. Instead, you're going to go to Setup. So make sure that you get to this screen, and then you're going to choose Setup Manually. Now you're going to come down here, and this is your actual Facebook pixel code, and we're going to grab this and we're going to start using this in a couple of minutes. But there's a couple things I want to point out before we do that. I'm going to show you how to install the Facebook pixel code on ClickFunnels, and I'm going to show you how to do it on WordPress by using a plugin called Sogo. Now, if you don't have this plugin, it's obviously free to use. I've put a link underneath the video so you can go ahead and download it yourself. And obviously, if you don't have ClickFunnels, then this part of the video will not apply to you. But depending on if you're using InstaBuilder, Builderall, ConvertTree, PageWiz, any page builder at all, the process is going to be basically the same for everything that you use. All we're going to be doing is just grabbing a Facebook pixel and installing it on every page of our website. That might sound a little daunting, but it's actually pretty easy to do. The other thing that you will need is the Chrome browser, because you're going to install this Chrome plugin here. I've also put a link to this in the description underneath this video. You're going to install it into Chrome. Now, I've already have it installed. It shows up here in this little icon. You're going to go ahead and install it into Chrome to make sure that it is working. And then when you come onto any page online, you're actually able to click the little icon here and see which pixels are installed on that page, which is pretty handy. Now, what we're going to be doing is installing the pixel here on my little opt-in page and my boost page here, which obviously are not real. And obviously when you follow this, is actually going to be installed on every single page on WordPress or every single page on ClickFunnels, depending on where you're actually installing it. It's going to be the exact same process as I mentioned, whether you're using ConvertTree, Builderall, PageWiz, Lead Pages, whichever you're using, the process is going to be exactly the same. So let's go ahead here and go to grab our pixel code. I'm going to go ahead and copy this to clipboard. If you were doing this in ClickFunnels, you'd go over here to the settings of your funnel. You're going to actually go to your funnel. You're going to go here to settings, and you're going to go here to head tracking code and literally just paste, just like that, scroll to the bottom, and you're going to hit save and update settings. And that's it. The pixel is now going to be installed on every single page of your funnel. Even if you create new pages, you could have 50 pages here, the pixel will be installed on that actual funnel. So that's pretty easy. That's done. If you want to do this in WordPress, make sure you have this plugin installed, the Sogo header and footer plugin. And there's a bunch of plugins, by the way, that you could grab. This is just the way that I think is easiest to do. You're going to go to your WordPress site. I'm going to go ahead here to my dashboard. And once we bring this up here, you're going to go down to settings, and you're going to go down to header and footer settings. And when this comes up here, we are going to just paste the code right here into the header, just like that. So you're literally just grabbing the code, you're pasting it right in there, and then you come down to the bottom and you hit save changes. And once this loads up here, we should be able to just go and check to make sure that it is working. So we already know, if I go back to this page here, we know that there is a pixel installed, right? This is my other pixel. So what we want is this pixel ID right here, this Facebook pixel ID. We want to make sure that we have a pixel installed that ends in 2572. So if I go ahead and refresh this page and we get this to load up here, there we go. We can see that we have a pixel installed on the page that ends in 2572. And now every single page on my website has this Facebook pixel installed, and that's it. So whether you're building with Elementor or you're building with any type of WordPress-based page builder, that's all you need to do. Now the pixel is installed on every single page. Now I could get very, very technical here and go into, you don't even need this page anymore, by the way. You can just click the X. You don't need to click continue at all. I'm not going to get too technical here because this is really not going to be a Facebook advertising breakdown, but you're able to go in here and you can basically add in a lead code onto people who land on your boost page. You can go and attach a purchase code to people who land on your checkout page or your download page after they purchase one of your products. I'm not going to be jumping into that just because that's going way down the rabbit hole into advanced Facebook ads tracking stuff. And this is not, at the end of the day, a Facebook ads course. You can still do exactly the same thing by making sure that you have the plugin just installed basically as a page view icon here with your pixel ID. And what we're going to do later, once we get into actually creating custom audiences, I have a video about that coming up. You would basically go and let's just go back here to my, actually, let's go back to my pages. And I actually just created a really dummy opt-in page here. Let's bring this up and let me show you how this would look if we're just doing some really, really simple retargeting on our funnel gateway. So we have our opt-in page, we have our boost page. All we would do is when we eventually get to it, we're going to create a custom audience of everybody who visits this URL, but does not visit this URL. And that's it. That way, Facebook is going to be able to capture all the data of everybody who comes onto our opt-in page, but they do not make it onto our boost page, and then we're going to run an ad to those people. So that is how to install your Facebook pixel on WordPress. If you're using Elementor, that's going to be really, really helpful for you, or onto ClickFunnels, but the process is basically going to be the same regardless of the page builder that you use. I do want to point out that it is very important. Make sure that the code that you're installing, your actual Facebook pixel code here, make sure that you're installing this on every single page, not just on one page. Install it on every single page, and then within Chrome, go ahead and test it to make sure that you have this pixel code installed correctly. Thanks so much for checking out this very simple, very straightforward video. My name is JK Daddle. I'll see you in the next video where we're going to do basically the same thing with the AdWords pixel as well by using something called the Google Tag Manager. I'll see you next time.